This reads, I, a 21-year-old female, am on the verge of breaking up with my 25-year-old boyfriend. Can I ask for a man's perspective before I do? So listen up. And this is you. I care for this man very deeply and feel like I have been flinging second chances in his face, but either he's oblivious to them or just does not care. So I need help understanding from a man's POV to understand what's going on in his head. I got extremely frustrated and upset with the way he had treated me during our first vacation, and it's been a week since we've spoken and since I told him not to contact me, and I'll reach out when I'm ready because I need to rethink our relationship. He has not tried to contact me or said anything since. And I know that you can argue that he's just respecting my wishes. I mean, yeah, I think that we can argue that because he is. Ma'am, you told him right here. I told him not to contact me. He has not tried to contact me. Yeah? What? I could have just as easily named this live, Women Are Clueless Too. Okay? However, I reached out to him earlier today to go over and get the rest of my stuff while he's at work. I left some stuff at his place because I recently just moved. Opportunity number 1. Offer to drop off my stuff for me. I'm only a 30-minute drive away. Okay, raise your hand in chat if you think, first of all, that... Let me know if you think, if your girlfriend asks you if she can come get the rest of your stuff, if you even still think you're dating. Your girlfriend calls you and goes, hey, let's make a plan for me to get the rest of my stuff. Do you think that you are still in a relationship or are you single? That's the first thing we'll vote on. What do you think? Are you still dating or are you single? She asked for the men's POV. A lot of you are men. What do you think? And if you answer this and you're a woman, you have to clarify. I'm sorry. This is mostly for the boys. Matthew says, no, I'm not in a relationship. Dylan, you're still dating? I can fix her. I was asked to explain my Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho fictional hall pass choice, and I didn't have an explanation other than I can fix him. It is Jover, Freedom Fiend, single AF. Okay, now tell me in a completely separate vote if a 30-minute car ride is a quick car ride. I know the Americans and the Europeans might already have some major differences, but I'm telling you. Okay, tell me where you live. If you don't mind, it can just be the state. And if you think that 30 minutes is a long or short car ride. Me personally, Michigan-based, and I vote not the longest car ride, of course, but long car ride, in my opinion. Not the worst commute. If it's a well-paying job, absolutely a fair commute. When visiting a friend, worth it. A quick task, like a favor, we have to be on very good terms. I have to really like you. I have to really not have shit going on. Wales says a short ride. Colorado says a short ride. Canada, short ride. Damn, am I a bitch baby? Am I the drama? 30 minutes is nothing. Okay, in California, yeah, 30 minutes is nothing. Okay, so I'm being a weenie about the 30 minutes. Cameron says, would use the no bottle on this woman, but I'm not sure she'd get it. I might have to use the no bottle on myself for being whiny about a 30-minute drive. Okay, as far as doing favors for my now ex-boyfriend, who apparently doesn't realize that they're my ex by telling me that it's time to pick up the rest of their things. But if you've just told me it's time to pick up the rest of your things and you want me to go 30 minutes out of the way for you, it's a lot. It's a lot for my now ex. Emmett, thank you for the 20. Wanted to share good news. After spending 2 years healing from an emotionally abusive marriage, I am now in a very healthy and loving relationship with the woman of my dreams. Thank you so much for the hope your videos give. Dude, I feel like our donos have been on fire with the good news lately, dude. Black man here, that's definite proof we are over. Seriously. But Emmett, dude, that's a lot of people needed to hear that. So thank you so much for the dono, but thank you also so much for the message that had to go along with it. There's so many people like who watch my channel who are stuck in toxic relationships, and Part of it is like the time sunk fallacy of like, God, I spent so long already in this, like I can't leave now. And then part of it just like the insecurity of like, this is probably the best I'm gonna get at this point. Like I'm getting old, like I'm not at my peak anymore. Like what are the odds I'm actually going to find someone? Well, like Emmett is here to tell you, it happens. It definitely can happen. So like don't stick around with bullshit. Okay, so I was right about asking to come get your stuff is confirmation. The relationship is over. I was wrong. 30 minutes is not that bad. And we can sit down and talk then. I asked him to leave his house key in the garage before work so I can go in and grab it. Opportunity number 2. He could work from home tomorrow, so he'll be there when I come over and we could talk then. Instead, he said he'll just leave all my stuff in the garage. Dude, lady, if you think that's dropping the handkerchief, we gotta go back to lady school, okay? You literally were like, all of the opportunities you gave him were like picking up your things. None of them were like, and maybe I'll leave with some more stuff, or the main objective is to work things out. The entire way that the opportunities you've given to him present, the only way that they're coded to me and any other reasonable person is that you are there to conclusively get your stuff. It is not a yes or no whether or not you're getting the stuff. We know you are leaving with your stuff and that there's going to be a conversation. I'm assuming that the conversation that you want to have is an exit conversation, like an exit interview. There's no one who is understanding this to mean that they even have a chance anymore. So when he was like, nah, I'll just leave the stuff in the garage, he's like, I don't even need to have this conversation. We don't need to have a breakup conversation. It's clearly over. Like, what do you mean? I don't want to get scolded. I don't need additional lumps on top of the pain I'm already going through. No, thank you. She says, I just have one question for men. Are these opportunities to try and fix our relationship seriously not running through your heads? Or it is, but he just doesn't care and wants us to break up. He's 25 years old. I refuse to believe he's that dense. Look, I caught this at 16 minutes within posting, okay? Like, I knew she was gonna delete this. I knew she was gonna get chewed up and spit out in the comments. I can't believe that someone would be so dense to think that any of these signs are opportunities to try and fix things. You told him, come over and let me get my shit. I'm coming by to get my stuff. That is not an opportunity to stay together, dude. I didn't screenshot any of the comments, unfortunately. Though when things do get deleted, I believe you are able to read the comments. Whoa. Alright, I can still read the comments. Top comment says, don't play games. If you want to talk to him, then communicate clearly instead of assuming he's taking the hint. Another person says, I'm not even your boyfriend and I don't want to talk to you. You set him up to lose with the passive aggressive, don't talk to me. If you were my ex-girlfriend, like you are his, I'd put your stuff out on the porch with a card that said, sorry, not sorry, it didn't work. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. You're not the only one that gets to rethink the relationship. I think that's very fair. She's kind of like, even though I told you repeatedly that I am strongly considering breaking up with you and am literally removing any physical ties that I have to you. Shocked Pikachu face. What do you mean you want to break up? I'm the only one who gets to think that. It's so funny to me. This is like a tale as old as time. Girl, hey, maybe we should break up. Guy, yeah, maybe we should. Girl, how dare you? You're such a jerk. Am I right though? Brad says, I fell for it. Another top comment. Ma'am, this is what happens when you do and say one thing, but expect him to know what you really mean is the complete opposite. How many times does this happen, too? I feel like we've seen so many different, like, TikTok videos where the girl is like, yeah, I was like, don't talk to me. And then 3 days passed, and I didn't hear from him. Like, can you even believe that? Agnes, she clearly wanted to win the breakup. God, I need to do an entire video on that. The concept of winning the breakup. Like, it's a thing. It's called that for a reason, because it's basically what you refer to whenever one person comes out of the breakup looking like the far more reasonable person. Like, you can even get dumped and still win the breakup if you're not the most annoying one.